Okay, guys, welcome to our 100 hours, 100 stars. Over the next 100 hours, you'll see me speaking to me and a lot of other radio presenters speaking to 100 stars from various facets of life. And the idea is to donate to our COVID-19 warriors, people who are at the front line, our medical practitioners, who are putting their lives on the line to keep you and me safe. On the screen, you'll see a QR code as well as a link. Scan the QR code or click on the link, and when it opens up, just fill in the details of how much you want to donate and then hit proceed to contribute, and this will go to the Prime Minister Cares Fund, the PM Cares Fund. And one of the 100 is one of my eternal favorites, wonderful man, great musician, Clinton Cerejo. What's up, Clinton? How are you, man?
Nice to see you virtually.
Yeah, I know you're keeping yourself busy. All of us who have audio studios at home, people know we're a phone call away and they can call us anytime during the day and the night. And no disrespect to all the pain that's happening outside during the lockdown and people getting ill, but it's nice that Newman, yourself, few other collaborators have created a song. I heard a
Yeah.
little bit of it online. It's called Alone. Tell me about it.
Yes. No. So essentially, the thing is that I'm one of those guys who doesn't like having a work set up at home because I really truly like to disconnect when I come back home. So because I've been there, done that. When my studio actually is in Juhu. So when uh,
Sorry
when
to
I had
interrupt.
my
So in the Groove Room is Jew.
the room is in Juhu. Actually, I shouldn't have said that because I've never wanted to reveal the location, but 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 I used to live, downstairs, and the studio was upstairs for a few years before we moved to Bandra. We moved the home to Bandra, and studio is still in Juhu. And so I've been there, done that. I know that how difficult it is to disconnect from work when you live and work in the same location. And I really enjoy that disconnect. And for the past, like month and a half since I've got limited gear at home, so I can work from home. I'm back to that same schedule of just uh, working till whatever time I want. Work 4:35 in the morning, and then just sleeping and getting up and literally not even changing or whatever, just getting up and sitting, switching on the computer and going back to it. So it has its pluses and minuses for sure.
So to
But yeah,
start,
alone.
yeah.
The song was uh, the song was basically to, I think it reflects best what everybody's feeling, and the fact that every problem that you encounter, yeah, not everything is something that you can you know conquer immediately. It takes some thought, it takes some and finally, what are we facing? We're facing the fears within. So every time something like this happens, whether it's a pandemic, whether it's a war, whether it's a situation beyond your control, it eventually makes you look within. It makes you see what is it about you that is making you take this so negatively, or that is making you fearful, or that is making you handle the situation in a particular way. And it enables you to deal with that more effectively, deal with that part of yourself that cannot overcome that, and kind of helps you to realize that we are all finally on this planet,
Yep.
because we are made to have one core gift. Or how can we bring that core gift to the forefront, and help that help other people through that gift.
So come on, play me some. So before you, as you're picking up your acoustic, so lyrics were by whom? Did you get somebody to
So
collaborate on the lyrics?
he was a boy who used to work with me at the Groove
Hmm.
Room, and he's now no longer at the Groove Room. He's actually a producer in an film company, but he's a very talented lyricist as well, and he helped me.
Ajinkya Iyer. Yeah?
Jinx, everyone calls him Jinx.
Jinx.
So, and Newman of course sang the song with me, and yeah, Buddy, and one of the quietest, most honest voices that I know, who could like deliver this the way I wanted it. So I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, we all think of Newman's spelling at least 100 times a day. when we're in front of a Neumann mic.
People actually call him Neumann. It's strange.
I'm not surprised. Okay, let's do Alone now.
So much bigger than me. It's not a hard thing to see. I wonder if you'll disagree. Then again, I've been feeling this since God knows when. And I won't shed a tear on when. No, I won't shed a tear, 'cause we share the same fears. And they're so much bigger than me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. See the writing on the wall. In the twilight of all these apprehensions throw shadows in the heart. You'll never notice when we're almost gone. And I won't shed a tear on the way. No, I won't shed a tear, 'cause we share the same fears. And they're so much bigger. No, I won't shed a tear on the ground. No, I won't shed a tear, 'cause we share the same fears. And they're so much bigger.
Beautiful. Lovely. So, just some memories before the lockdown. I believe you were in Orcha. I have to give you a fun trivia bit. So, when we were, young 19-year-olds, Amit Kilam and me, we used to be part of a theatre group called Stage Door. We used to tour the country doing bit parts, and we used to get paid $500 a stage performance. And those days, I think he had started drumming for Palash's band for Euphoria. And then eventually they went on to found Indian Ocean. Lovely guy, Amit Kilam from Indian Ocean. And this is a festival in Madhya Pradesh. And you guys seem to have had lots of fun there, man. Just tell me about that.
Actually got to interact with Amit and, Rahul Ram Force. And the thing is that I've always been, obviously, a fan. When we operate in the same space, a lot of my work has been fusion and in that zone. So it was great to finally connect with them and perform at with that fort as a backdrop. Such a beautiful venue, beautiful people. Yasmin Kidwai, everyone who was part of the festival, just awesome. Yeah.
So did you get to see a look around, or did you just do the gig and come back?
Kind of in and out a little bit, but we did get to just see it in passing, but we didn't get to really spend time. But definitely want to do that at some point. You never know when things are going to go back to normal, when we are going to be able to even travel again, even for a holiday, even if it's just to just on a vacation, during the summer, whatever. We don't know what's going to happen. Our lives are going to change long term.
So how does this work? I mean, during lockdown, are you guys, Dom or yourself, doing the runs for groceries? Or does somebody bring them to the building gate and, you just go down, bring it up and sanitize it? How are you organizing your essentials?
Yeah, we are doing that. A lot of the times we have a truck that comes, a vegetable truck that comes for veggies. But when we want other stuff, then we have to make a trip. We kind of put on our masks and take the car. And, we try and go to maybe somewhere like food hall where you get everything under one roof. Just buy stuff for the week or for the next 10 days, and then we don't have to step out again. But it's.
And do you have like a domestic help who lives with you, or you have one?
We always had one.
We've always, which is lucky, because then at least in terms of the cooking and stuff like that, is Dom managing, you helping, or
Yeah,
does
so that Babita was our maid can do all the other stuff. Because I'm literally the minute I wake up, once I'm kind of once I've had my coffee, whatever, it's like our dining table looks like such a mess right now. It's been taken over and been made into a one sec. Let me just take the computer there.
yeah. I wanted to ask you about that picture also. That was just behind you. What a lovely picture that is. Yeah.
This is what it looks like
Ah.
at any point of time. It's like bombed completely.
Yeah.
So,
I see you have that small pocket apogee mic, which has come in very handy for me when I'm, traveling
yes.
here, there, and people want an urgent video.
Picture behind me is a picture of us, the family in a box. Actually,
Oh,
we
wow.
we got it. We got it done at one of these exhibitions at World Trade Center in Cuff Parade when the kids were really tiny, and it's so cute. Yeah. So yeah, the minute I wake up, I'm pretty much you know like I'm at that table and I'm at work. I sit on the sofa and I'm home. It's like
And,
that.
yeah, man. And with the kids, I mean, how are they adapting? Because, it's not easy because, for us, because we've seen a little bit of life, we can at least for some time say, let's be indoors, especially guys like you and me who spend hours in studio. But for
Yeah.
them, they need to go out, right? There's that young energy. So how are they
Absolutely.
coping, man?
They're adapting very well, I would say. But the funny thing was, it's like just you. Sometimes they crack it. Like my daughter, the minute the lockdown extension was announced,
Meltdown.
no, she just cried. Yeah, she just cried. She just wanted to meet her friends.
Yeah.
That's all she wanted to do. Just one day, she wanted to just meet her friends, and she just like she was just looking forward to the day when they would say the lockdown was ended, where they meet her friends and they announced this extension, and she just like yeah. So just
So,
things like that.
yeah, man. There's also a very interesting phase. This whole last year for you has been quite interesting in the sense that there've been so many projects that you've been part of, and all of them, you've given a major part of yourself to. I mean, I'm so happy that Shore Police, which is basically Bianca and yourself, kept putting out all those tracks. And some interesting collaborations there. I call him always the Justin Bieber of India, Darshan Rawal. So,
Yeah,
uh,
absolutely.
it must make you very happy that Shore Police has been accepted.
In
Talk
fact,
about that first, then we'll get into other stuff.
yeah. In fact, it's so strange because we were just before the lockdown, we were just getting the Chor Police has never like officially been gone live yet. I've just been doing the Clinton Cerejo band, which is my regular fusion stuff and whatever. And this is like a very different avatar because it's completely pop, electronic, and it's completely. I just wanted to reinvent that fusion thing because people just tend to box you in and
Yep.
they put you in this fusion category or like Clinton. Oh, he's a Coke Studio guy. He's this. He's so, and I'm so much more than that. I was always a pop guy. Whatever. I mean, there are people who don't know, but all the pops like Dhantadan is a pop song if you think about it.
It is.
It's just used in a film, but it's a very poppy track. So I was always about pop. I just got defined by the Coke Studio work that I did, and that kind of it became this one identity, which I didn't want to have only one identity. I wanted to be known to do break out of that space as well. And Short Police, the way people have loved it, it's been great. So we were going to just do a completely different take on Short Police live, and we were just brainstorming on how to bring it to nicely to a live audience, working with a couple of different people for visuals. Maybe just think of getting a couple of dancers in, like see how to take the project live and make it a very different experience from the fusion act that I normally tour with. And we were right in the process of putting that together. In fact, we did our first live thing at Berkeley, Abu Dhabi. I don't know if you're following that, but
Yeah, I know.
that was Berkeley, Abu
This was
Dhabi.
just before TEDx or after TEDx?
Just I think just after, if I'm not mistaken. I think just after.
Yeah, I remember seeing a picture of you and Bianca and another guy saying, and I remember saying that, you're in Abu Dhabi. Yeah, around that time.
Yes, that was literally just before the lockdown. I mean, a couple of weeks before the lockdown and all of that. So that was great because they were launching their new school and literally performing with a global audience in a sense, because so people from there didn't have any baggage of what I've done before. They were just accepting this as a completely new act, which was really nice to see. And
no, but even with Berkeley, I think you've lectured there before. Even Rahman supports Berkeley a lot. Yeah.
I have. In fact, I've done a clinic at both their campuses, even the Boston one, as well as the Valencia one in Spain.
Yeah, and the Boston one has what, John Mayer, Charlie Puth, all these guys are their alumni.
Absolutely. Everybody. Howard Shaw. The list is endless.
Lovely. Quincy himself, Guru, Godfather.
Pardon, I mean,
let's come to let's come to Nexa Music. I mean, the fact that you got to work with guys who are, again, very diverse. There's Anushka Manchanda, there's Uday Benegal, Nikhil D'Souza, Bianca again, and these are all so different, and you've obviously understood what each person brings to the table, and just fabulous stuff. No, those must be great memories to sit on. I don't know if you'll ever sit in an armchair and think back of your career, but I'm just saying.
No, but you're right. Nexa, in fact, the whole idea was that Bianca and I wrote the songs for all these guys, for Uday, for Anushka, and because it was a very pop project, again, it gave us the opportunity to write originals completely in that space, and it's been so well received, especially Anti-Gravity. The video also turned out amazing. Tejal Patni did such a brilliant job, and Kyuki and AR, of course, as an initiative, has been great. It's very hard to see, it's hard to get a brand that wants to put so much money and so much clout, so much muscle behind English music in our country, and I'm glad to see that it's changing, and things like that are happening, because it can only mean that indie will will have a voice that's strong, stronger, much stronger than it is now.
No, because Uday, of course, is a legend. All of us grew up with Rock Machine, which eventually became Indiscreet, and then him and Jayesh, doing Arms for Shanti and things like that. But I'm just so happy. I've been following Nikhil from the time he was at Xavier's, and recently, Brian Tellis and Neil and these guys did this gig in Goa, which is the Mahindra Open Drive, which I was emceeing, and Nikhil just came on with just one acoustic guitar and just blew everybody away. So, I mean, he's like you, he's doing the Bollywood stuff, but then he breaks away and does some of his own soul stuff. So you tapped into that side really, really well.
Thank you. No, I mean, it's you have to, at the end of the day, there are things that you do when you I mean, I'm no offense to anybody, but I feel that when you're an artist in this country, you really need to do both to be able to maintain that level of soul connect with yourself first as an artist, so that you figure out what you want to say at different points in your life, because it's so, otherwise it'll just be a blur, because this industry is like that. It's completely hammering at you from all sides, and the way things are constantly changing, and the way the audience is receiving stuff. If you try to figure that out all the time, you'll go crazy. So you just need to realize that there will be hits, there will be misses. Not everything you do will be a hit, but not everything you do will be a miss either. So you need to just connect with yourself first. What do you want to say as an artist? Because if you try to you try to reverse engineer it, you go nuts.
And in that aspect, I want to know, who are the young kids who've impressed you? I mean, it's fantastic. You worked with everybody from a Sonu Nigam to some of the young kids. There's Arman, Shirley Sethia. You've done jingles with them.
Arman is so he's really, really, I mean, in the studio, he really knows what he's doing. I mean, the best part is that it's very hard to find somebody who's such an popular and iconic in that sense on the digital space, but really knows his chops in the studio as well. Rahman's one of those guys, like it's really nice to see that.
Yeah, man, he sent me this large cutout of him in Times Square in New York City. So his new
Yes.
international song, they're pushing it on Spotify and things like that.
Just telling him how proud I was to see that. And he was like, yeah, that one means a lot and stuff. So yeah, but it's great to see someone like him doing stuff like that, and it's good because he really knows his chops.
Yeah. And this, who amongst the other young kids? I mean, Shirley, again, interesting. She's doing some acting. She's lived in New Zealand, come to India. She was a YouTube sensation. You worked with all the... Shirley Sethia.
Yes,
did a jingle with the two of them,
Yes. Yeah,
interesting story.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so funny that, that making of, it just took off and just got millions of views because of these two people. because of Arman and Shirley. Otherwise, it was just a simple thing where I just wanted to invite a few nerds like myself who are like constantly stuck behind the computers. Just invite them into my studio, and so I started that little series where just call people into like my space just to see how I do stuff. And these two were part of that, and it just went nuts. It's crazy. But yeah, Lisa Mishra I really like as well.
Yeah, nice voice. Very nice. And also the fact that Badla was so well received, man. You got the legend, you got Mr. Bachchan to do this very grungy rock kind of thing. You seem to like Shujoy, the Bangali Babu.
Way back, I love him, man.
Yeah,
he's like soul brother in a sense. Like he's too much fun. Just too much fun.
Amazing sense of humor, no? The fellow's got.
He's like, I just love his energy all the time. It's just so manic, and it's just so, it's just completely, like just hard. What you see is what you get,
Yeah. So yeah, so Badla again was so well received, and was Mr. Bachchan up for it? Like, let's do this. His energy is palpable.
The way he rapped, it was like, I had my doubts about it because of the pace of it, whatever. But it was like hats off to him. Yeah. This complete, consummate professional that he is. It was amazing to work with him for the second time after Cure from Teen. Both are such diametrically opposite, songs in a sense, and he delivered both with equal ease, which was pretty much.
And Teen was, I think, produced by Shujit Sarkar, but Ribu directed it. Produced by Shujoy. Okay. Ribu is the guy who made Bard of Blood. Correct.
Yes.
Interesting director. So let's come to the fusion aspect. I mean, there was one season, which was, I think, season 2 of Coke Studio, which had Madari. Then there was a follow-up season of season 3, which also was pretty well received. And
yes, absolutely.
And then there's Anantal. These are those Sufi collaboration kind of projects. It's nice to break away into that zone because, like you said, you're a pop boy and things like that.
So the funny thing is, the story of how Anantal actually came into being is a very interesting one. We had just finished season 2 of Coke Studio, and Nishan Nayak, who's the director of Coke Studio, I mean, like the visual director of Coke Studio, his dad was really, really high up on the board of directors of ITC at that time. He's retired now, but lovely man. Anand Nayak, thorough gentleman, really, really lovely too. And he called me up saying that he just loved my episode of Coke Studio so much that he said, you know what, and he was still in ITC that time. That was the last couple of years. I want you to make a song for my company, for ITC, and I want you to use all my favorite singers in your episode. So he's saying, I'm going to tell you who these singers are, and you have to make a song with all of them. So my favorite singers are Vijay Prakash, Bianca Gomes, and Sonu Kakkar. Now you make a song which has all these 3 voices for ITC. So I was like, man, these are so diverse. Vijay is like Karnataka. Sonu's got that whole North Indian thing going on. Yeah. Bianca's pop, and like I did a song. It was like a proper, literally Coke Studio style 6-7 minute song. And they invited us for the opening of the Grand Chola in Chennai when the
Wow.
hotel.
Huh.
They invited us to perform that live. We were treated like they gave us like the
Royalties.
best royal treatment. We just had to perform for 7 minutes. Just sing that song with the whole band, everything. Just go there, sing that song, and come back. That's it. And what a blast it was. And that somehow that combination really worked well. And of course, Sonu at some point decided that she really wanted to do her own thing, and her own solo stuff as well. But Vijay and Bianca, I decided to do something more with that whole aspect, and that's how Anantal came to be.
Mm. So every musician always labors to do a very Andrew Lloyd Webber kind of musical, and Sing Dessing was that for you, wasn't it? I mean, you just immersed yourself into that, and that to you was your Webber-esque kind of
let me
large
tell
scale
you
musical.
piece of trivia. Okay, I actually hate musicals.
Whatever, whether it's Cats or Sound of Music or anything.
I just hate musicals.
But why?
Because I love listening to I love the music of musicals.
Musicals. Got it.
Yeah, I just don't like watching the musicals. You know what I mean? So I like to delve into the music and figure out, whatever all aspects of musicals are. So the funny thing is, I meet the Bugs, Brian, and for our listeners, Bugs Bhargava, Rahul Dikuna, and Brian Tellis. I meet them all three of them at Bandra Gym. They call me to Bandra Gym one afternoon, and while we're having sausages and all that stuff, we discussed this, and the concept was so exciting that I said, listen, I'm gonna say yes immediately. It was a no-brainer for me. I said, wow, all three of you guys, I want to be part of this, so I'm saying yes. I said yes, and that evening, Brian bumps into Dominique, my wife, in just after church, after mass, and so he tells her very excitedly, "Hey man, we've got your husband to say yes to our project. He's doing a musical for us and all that." So say, "What? You got him to say yes to a musical? He hates musicals."
Diplomacy is not her middle name.
So Brian was like, "What?" He actually got worried. He's like, "Oh shit, I think we have a problem. Our music composer hates musicals." So the next time we met, and I was like, "You hate musicals? What is this about? Are you joking?" I said, "No, but you know what? I'm composing this on one condition. I don't have to watch it."
But I'm sure you ended up watching it at least on premiere.
Yeah, I'm watching it multiple times. But that was a good joke. It was a long-standing joke being on.
Lovely. I know it's been a while, but some early international collaborations. I remember when Rahman was working on the 127 Hours soundtrack, there was that Dido song, which I really loved. And then that one-off super group with Mick Jagger and Damian Marley and Rahman all coming together with Super Heavy. And in between, I think there was a Michael Bolton collab also. Yeah?
Yes.
Talk to me about those international ones, man.
It was amazing because AR always loves to put you in these situations, right? Where you're like, you don't really know looking for, what you're doing. And so just did this arrangement on one of the songs. And the next thing I found out that, oh, wow, this was for Super Heavy. This was, because when you just get a session from him,
correct,
you don't know what it's for. You don't know where. You just see a name, because that too will be a working title. So you're like literally just reacting to the musical ideas, that are there. And then you suddenly realize, oh wow, then you just hear, oh, Dido is dubbed on this, or Joss Stone is dubbed on this. Oh, like it's really amazing. The only time was when I was working on the Bolton one, and I was working in Bombay. I was working in Mumbai, and AR was in LA, and he sent me the track, and Bolton's voice was already on it, and I said, "Oh man, I've been a Bolton fan like for when I grew up. I grew up on Bolton, so it was amazing to just be part of it in that sense.
Yeah. Lovely. So what's the first thing you're going to do when the lockdown is lifted, man? What's that absolute first thing? Whenever it happens.
I don't know. I just want to, like, I was just telling Dom the other day, all I want to do is just maybe just have a drink with her somewhere other than home, you know?
Yeah.
Like just,
Go out.
I just, sit at Land's End or I mean anywhere, just go somewhere else other than house and chill out. That's the first thing I'm going to do. The minute the lockdown is lifted, I'm going to go to any establishment which I like, and just sit down and have a drink. And, just that's what I want to do because it's not home. I just want to be somewhere else other than home for one evening of relaxation.
Till then, you're making us very happy with all those pictures of malts and scotches. But really,
Yeah,
your love for food and beverages, man. I mean, was it always there from your childhood? I mean, grandmom's cooking.
I always tell people that I would have been a food critic if I wasn't a musician. That's definitely something I would look at as a career option because I think those guys have it. They have it very very they have it all, man. Think about it. I mean, I keep telling Antoine and guys like that, man. You guys get paid to just sit and have good life. What could be better?
So you just eat it and don't do the cooking like me. Is that it?
Yeah, right about eat it, enjoy it, and just pass a comment or two on it. That's it. It's great.
But the cooking itself, when you get into the kitchen, ever, what is it that you rustle up?
I make a main milk cream every year, and it's very hard to get it pure white, but I get it pure white, and that's a very very hard thing to do.
Your milk cream, good. Some memories that.
I'm not really a cook. I would say. I mean, I'm not. I wouldn't say I have the facility, but I definitely have taste buds that can tell
Good, bad, ugly. Listen, man, this has been so much fun. God bless you. Take care of yourself and big virtual hugs to you and see you soon post the lockdown.
Thank you for doing this. It was great.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for your time. Cheers. So guys, remember 100 hours, 100 stars will continue. More stars from various firmaments. There is a QR code and link here. Scan the QR code or click on the link. Feed in your details, how much you want to donate and hit proceed to contribute and contribute to the PM Cares Fund, the Prime Minister Cares Fund. See you soon.
Hi, this is Tanishaa here. You're watching 100 Hours, 100 Stars.
Yeah, and how is our star, Tanishaa? How are you doing? कैसी हैं आप? सबसे पहली बात.
Oh, it feels like it's been over 100 hours in this quarantine. We've been quarantined for like 100,000 hours now.
Yes. Yes.
And, I just realized that we've got to do this. This is the need of the hour.
Yes.
Scary, but
It is very scary, and like we've been speaking to a lot of people, and even who've been a part of this 100 hours, 100 stars, which is for the COVID warriors and for people on the front line. Everybody's been saying that wish that ye tab hota, is wajah se na hota. We would have been respecting nature, we would have been respecting things, but hopefully this wouldn't be the reason. People's health at risk. So how are you?
Would we have been respecting nature? Would we have been doing, we say, this, I think this is the problem with the human race. We're all like, kal karenge, lekin kabhi nahi hoga. And we just needed this wake-up call. We needed the wake-up call. My only thing is that, unfortunately, a lot of people are starving. In our country, it's just a very frightening situation because there's just no food, I don't know if they're so bothered about a disease that's may or may not kill them. Because if you're starving, you're not really thinking about all these other things. So it's a wake-up call for all of us in India to realize what's happening in our country, in the interiors of our country, and just on ground. Today, like living in Bombay, I finally realized when I saw the Bandra, when I saw all those migrant workers at Bandra station, you live in this city, but you have no you have no perspective on how many people come into Bombay just to make a living, because that's their daily, just that need of, they need it. And I don't think, like, it just made me realize, oh my God, like, what is going on in our country. And I just hope that people will use this time to really reflect and make positive choices where their governments are concerned as well.
Yeah, that's so true. And that's one word that I caught on there, positive, which is very difficult to hold on to these days. In the beginning, फिर भी अच्छा लग रहा था कि harsh, no traffic, no. I'm still glad about the no traffic and no horns, taxi. But in the beginning, फिर भी अच्छा लग रहा था. Now it's like getting to a lot of people. तो आप कैसे इस lockdown mood down को battle कर रही हो? What are you doing?
Honestly, I'm very blessed. I have a beautiful house. I have a beautiful terrace. I have a lot of space. And I'm really blessed for that. I know people in apartments and things are probably just ready to like kill themselves. They can't even go down in the building and things like that.
Smaller houses also.
They have timings to go to the terrace and things. So I just say that, I say thank God that this is the space that I'm in right now. And like I'm brimming with a lot of gratitude because I'm really blessed and I have a lot of dogs. I'm very entertained. My mother never taught me to be bored. When I was a kid, my mom used to tell me this word is, are you a boring person? She would ask me. If I said, Mama, I'm bored, she'd say, are you a boring person? And I'd be like, what do you mean? She's like, because if you're bored, then you're bored with yourself.
Correct.
And I was like, no, I'm not boring. So then I would be like, I can't be bored because I'm with myself. How can I be bored?
Yeah, that's so true. You talking about your mom, I was just looking at this throwback picture you shared.
Yes. I posted that today.
My Fabulous Mom magazine feature back in the day. When magazines were also a huge thing. I mean, they still are, but those days and those memories, this is the time that we can go back to. So what is special about this? When did this happen? And what was
I think I'm like 6 years old in that picture. I'm like 6 years old and I actually called my mom and I was like, Mama, this popped up on my Instagram. Somebody had like found it in their archives and stuff and posted it. And I was like, when did we do this? I don't even remember doing this. I was 6 years old. I remember my dogs though. I remember those dogs. I remember the outfit.
Okay.
So all the things that I remember, I'm very in touch with. Like,
oh my God, I actually didn't pay attention that those are real dogs.
Yeah, that's Sweetie. My dog, the one I'm holding is Sweetie and the one my mom's holding is Bimbo.
Oh, so cute.
Bimbo.
And your mom's looking
Stunning, I know.
very cute and funny. Not funny, come on.
She's ageless.
Yeah, look at this one. This one is also so pretty. What is that one thing?
Like something out of Pirates of the Caribbean.
This one is our halat right now. In our PJs and homeware all through the day. But what is that one thing, bachpan ki, you still have? Are there a lot of things?
What do you mean?
Bachpan ki koi aisi cheezein that you still have, like it could be things you played with, it could be your outfits, any memory that you still kept with you. Yeah, your toy, soft toy, Barbie, what kind of a kiddo you were?
From my childhood, I didn't really play with dolls and stuff much. We had a lot of dogs and we had like other things that we did. From my childhood, the only thing that I still have, which I really cherish, is my house in Lonavala. That's like my safe space, and it used to belong to my grandmom, and she's like, we've all grown up there, all of us as kids, and that's like, whenever I go there, it just takes me flashes back to that.
Isn't this over there?
No, this is not in Lonavala. This is actually we were doing a shoot it was a look test for a film.
Oh, but I think on this post you mentioned about the Lonavala house.
Yeah, my Lonavala house where we would sit and we would like make garlands out of flowers, and my mama. That time in Lonavala there was no television. There was no television. It was like, you can't go on a holiday to Lonavala and expect to have, firstly you couldn't have electricity 24/7.
Correct.
You barely got like electricity and water in Lonavala. So, when we were young, so it was like no television. It was like entertain the children however you can.
I know. And this is the time when I actually get time to go back and think about all of these things. Anything you unlocked about yourself, something new in this lockdown? Because you know, like there's that funny meme जो आया था कि सब लोग line में खड़े हैं, and this is going to be the line for auditions for MasterChef after lockdown. क्योंकि everybody is turning chef.
Oh God, no. Firstly, I have to say I'm sick of the workout videos and I'm sick of the cooking videos.
Listen, don't say that. I post some of them, okay, and you've been a fitness freak too. Don't say that.
The cooking videos just irritate me because it's like, dude, I really don't want to see the fattening food you're eating.
I know, right?
I mean, what's with the baking? Why are you baking? Like use this time to quit sugar. Somebody. That's one thing I'm doing. I'm using this time, to quit sugar. I am. I'm making a conscious effort. But that's because I'm addicted. I have a problem.
Well, of course, it's the bong genes, it's the whole Marathi movie genes.
Blame it on the genetics. I totally agree with you.
We do it so easily. I'm a Punjabi. Dude,
and fathers and grandparents.
I'm a Punjabi. मैं तो खाने के बारे में सोचती हूँ तो आधा 1 किलो ऐसे ही बढ़ जाता है.
See, my dog is trying to get into the frame. He's so shameless. He can't let me do an interview without trying to sneak in. He's like climbing on top of the sofa. Look at him. He's climbing on top of the sofa onto my lap. He's getting this is Harry. Harry. Say hi to the camera. Say hi. Say hi. He's so naughty. Little naughty boy he is. In the middle of our conversation, he's like climbing onto me, and I was like, "What are you doing? I'm on the phone."
Listen, ऐसे वाले funny workout videos में भी होता है when people are working out and the cute little pets they come and jump on them and they're doing some push-ups and then.
Second one has also arrived.
Hi.
Not one, there are two. Now they're both like looking at me like, why have you pet one and not the other?
Yeah, why is the entire attention on the phone and not us?
When I'm working out, they have to be very far away. I refuse to let them come close.
What time do you work out? Like, अभी lockdown में schedule तो change हुआ होगा. सच बताना.
Actually, it's lovely. I've set a very nice routine for myself, and I think that's what's important, to set a routine for yourself. Otherwise, you can just fall into like this very negative space, like you said. And I love working out, so I work out at about 5 o'clock in the evening on my terrace. It's beautiful weather.
Wow.
I look at the birds. I'm very into nature and very into I'm very dreamy, and I like to lose myself in nature. So like I work out on the terrace. It's great fun, and all my dogs come with me. We hang out.
Oh, brilliant! So all our schedules have gone topsy-turvy. Even on the show, we keep reminding each other, "Hey guys, nahana zaruri." Sometimes it's so comfortable in your PJs. What is that schedule? You're trying hard to keep on. Like as before lockdown, kaisa tha aur abhi kaisa?
The waking up schedule. The waking up in the morning. Making it a point to wake up by like 8 o'clock. Because like when I'm on a normal day, because it's a weekday, you're psychologically kind of tuned that, it's a weekday, we've got to wake up. By 8 o'clock, you're awake. By 12:31, your TV, everything is off and you're in bed. But now with this quarantine, you're like, it just, you're watching a show and then you're like, okay, just another episode, yeah, we can wake up by 10.
Correct.
It just becomes such a... I'm finding the waking up a little
ouch
difficult. But yeah, I'm getting there.
Your schedule before lockdown and post lockdown is what's the biggest thing that has changed apart from sleep? So you heading out or doing things or going for a particular class, or what do you miss the most?
I miss my Pilates. I miss my trainer. I miss my Pilates. I miss going. So I'm the kind of person, I don't work out much at home. I like going to a class outside. I've always been an outdoor, go to a gym, because it just keeps you in that space. It keeps you focused.
Correct.
But in a way, so that's what I've taken back from the quarantine, is to self-discipline and to work out at home, which is also a good, it's like teaching yourself something new. So but I do miss it. I miss my Pilates.
क्या बात है? Do you sit watch old films या mama's films या your own film बैठ के वो गाने सुनना गाना, because a lot of people are doing that also, taking the bathroom singing to another level. You know what I mean? So, do you have, what is the last retro film you watched or sung, your favorite song, film?
What I'm doing is I'm really, I think this lockdown is great to improve on your own skills, you know, to work on yourself a lot. So whether it's writing, I like writing, so I'm trying to be better at writing.
What kind of
Anything.
writing? What genre?
Anything. Just writing anything. You know, I'm trying to teach myself how to write with my left hand. I'm trying to like just, you know, be like build on your own self. Just it's a great time to just focus on you and like really like all those things. Memorize all those Amitabh Bachchan monologues that you never could memorize. You know, say them with like work on your acting skills, work on your performance skills, work on whatever the hell you want to work on. Because there's nobody looking at you.
That's also true. Had you planned ये 2020 आपने ऐसे प्लान किया था, कुछ सोचा था 2020 के लिए कि इस साल में तो ये करना है या इस पे वर्क करना है, and then suddenly now it's like kaput.
Yeah, I did think that 2020 I'll travel, I'll work more because in 2019, you know, it was kind of I didn't travel at all and I didn't do much work. I'd kind of just gone into like a shutdown space. So I think 2020 I had planned like I'll take a holiday with my mom and I, you know, like all these plans I'd made. I'm like, okay, now I'm going to Lonavala will be my holiday with my mom.
Yeah, because 2020 in itself, like the numbers were so special. So a lot of people had so many things to say about this year when it all started. Like, oh my God, ये साल तो, you know, 2020, oh my God, it बोलने में भी कितना अच्छा है. And now everybody is going back to their Happy New Year pictures and saying that, why did we say Happy New Year? But there is a positive lining, I'm sure. What is that one positive take you're taking out of all of this?
The fact that in 2020 you have 2020 vision. And whether it's the universe trying to show it to you or nature trying to show it to you, it's like you're being force-fed reality. And it's time we all wake up. It's like, this is it. You got to just get your act together. Fix whatever. We're in isolation, right? Like I said, it's the perfect time to work on your own, you know, things that you have a problem with. Like I have a problem with sugar. I genuinely have a problem with sugar. So me making this effort to try and quit sugar is a big deal. So that's just, it was a wake-up call for me. Like I'm at home, I'm stuck, I'm not accessible to a lot of things. I can't go out and get my Starbucks whenever I feel like it, you know. So it's like a wake-up call. It's like get your act together, kids.
Oh my God, you've been a part of a lot of. I mean, I love how you speak and that the 2020 vision thing. I mean, seriously, that's something for everyone to think upon. You've been on a reality show where it's all about being with people. Right now, we're all like that.
Life is a reality show.
You've been on a reality show where it was about being out and facing fears. And now you're actually in and at a mind like yours, a body like yours must be feeling like मुझे यहाँ से निकलना है. What are you doing in your exercises, if you would? I know you don't like workout videos, but कुछ exercises बोलो. Yeah, come on, people look, you know it. Okay, people have appreciated. I mean, your weight loss pictures and everything.
Killing me.
Come on, let's make you do something.
I'll be honest with you. Like I'm very like even in the Big Boss house. When I was in the Big Boss house, I didn't feel the need to like. I wasn't like trying to escape and shit like that. I was very okay with being disconnected from phone and television and all of those things.
Strong, which is like who knows, man.
I feel very comfortable being disconnected from all this because I had a beautiful childhood with my mom. Didn't we were taught to basically entertain ourselves, take care of ourselves. You know, just find your happiness and your excitement and everything within you, because everything is within you. This entire universe that we've created. Correct. You know, I'm reading Osho. I read a lot of Osho. I love him. And one thing he says is that everything that we've created has come from some thought. Correct. Basically, thoughts are things, and things are thoughts. Somebody's thoughts, at least. My workouts, I'm trying to teach myself a new workout.
Come on, let's go it!
I'm doing, so I was never very good at flexibility and balance and things like that. I've always been a weights and running, weights and this thing. Then I did Pilates. I started Pilates, which improved my flexibility and balance.
Okay.
And then I moved on to a little bit of yoga. But one thing I'm trying to get better at with strength, flexibility, and balance is animal flow. I'm really liking animal flow movements. Basically, you do a lot of it works on a lot of principles of yoga, and it works on a lot of principles of. Have you heard of this man called Ido Portal? Ido Portal is this guy who basically talks about movement training. He says you have to move.
Okay.
It's basically about continuously moving and using your body to basically your body weight to strengthen all your muscles. It makes you like crawl on the floor, duck walk, all these like monkey jumps. It's really exhausting, like if you think about it, like it's exhausting, and it's great because it's in a way it's just disconnecting you from what I was doing before, disconnecting me. It's like changing your body.
क्या बात है Tanishaa, you have to tell us and tell everybody कि आप कैसे कर रही हैं शुगर को कंट्रोल come on, I mean it's a challenge for all of us. What are you doing? आप क्या सब्स्टिट्यूट ले रही हैं या आप क्या ऐसे रूल रख रही हैं दिन में, ऐसी कौन सी चीज़ आप लेती हैं when you want to kill the crave?
तो मेरा शुगर एडिक्शन इज अ साइकोलॉजिकल एडिक्शन. कोई भी शुगर एडिक्शन एक्चुअली फिजिकल एडिक्शन नहीं है. इट्स अ साइकोलॉजिकल एडिक्शन. अगर इन योर brain you want sugar, then your body will want sugar. It's basically that. And yeah, they say every evening at 4 o'clock you crave the sugar because you had it the day before, and all this is again conditioning and training. So for me, I've got to switch the way I think. So the moment I start craving sugar, one thing I eat is soft. Soft is great. It's a great, it just kills your sugar craving.
Soft, yes.
Soft is superb.
But soft in Mukwas is even better.
Mukwas? Really?
Yeah, वो जो
not very healthy.
हल्का सा sweet.
Soft is healthier. And soft doesn't have sugar.
I know.
Mukwas has sugar.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm making it contradicting it. The whole theory of how.
You're fully cheating on my poor sugar.
Okay, let's play a quick rapid fire. You have to tell us top 3 things you would. Top 3. Okay, whenever you can take your time. Top 3. We ain't going nowhere, Tanishaa. Top 3 favorite sweet dishes, Tanishaa.
Ooh, chocolate. Anything in chocolate. I love Kaju Katris. Like Kaju Katris are like, oh my god, just the best. And Kalakan.
I'm sorry I'm doing this.
Rasmalai or Kalakan, same level, like Kalakan, Rasmalai, Kaju Katri. They all fall into like number 2, and I don't have a number 3.
One food you wish didn't have calories at all and you could eat at any time.
Chocolate.
I think she's going back to sweet. No French fries, no nothing.
It's only. It's like I'm addicted. I'm telling you.
Oh my god, I can hear that. I can feel that already. Your all-time favorite top 2 retro films.
Sorry.
All-time favorite top 2 retro films. Evergreen
retro films. Oh my god. I would have to say one of them is Amar Akbar Anthony. Namak Halal.
Oh, both my
Saathi
favorite.
Mere Saathi.
Oh,
don't come into number 1, I have so many retro films that I love. Like they're just my
yeah. Top 3 retro गाने आपके favorite कोई भी.
Oh, retro गाने.
कोई भी वक्त किसी वक्त आप सुन सकते हो. It's sometimes maybe even in your personal collection or whatever. Why are you smiling for? What is it?
I was thinking of my retro gaane. I start smiling.
How sweet! To tell us.
So top 3. God, I don't know. There's just I never thought of them in terms of top. But like one of my favorites is Jawani Jaane Man.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the other one is Raat Baki, my mom's song, which I love.
Oh my God.
Raat Akeli hai, sorry, and Raat
Raat
Baki, which is again Parveen Bhabhi. There's so many. There's just like I can't tell you which ones. Then there's Nutan Maushi's songs, which I used to love. There was one that I used to sing as a kid, which was
You have to sing it.
Sawan ka mahina, pavan kare shor, and he would say soar, and she would correct him and say no, it's shore. And I thought that was the cutest thing. Like I used to think that was the cutest thing, and I used to think that he was like I didn't realize he was purposely doing it. I thought he really couldn't get it.
We all still think it's the cutest thing ever, yaar. If you had to choose any 2 items from your makeup bag, तो वो कौन से होते?
Sorry,
Any 2 items from your makeup bag. कोई भी 2 चीजें आपके मेकअप से आप ले सकती हैं तो वो क्या हो?
my Too Faced lip plumper. I love it. It's the best lip gloss thing ever. And Benefit tint.
Oh, that's
Yeah, love.
I cannot leave the home without 3 things. Which are the 3 things?
My dark glasses, my bag, and my car.
Okay, the 3 things you keep reminding yourself in this lockdown. Stay positive.
Work out, stop eating sugar.
High five. Okay, and of course, lastly, what message, since this is in support of the COVID warriors, there is a QR code that's appearing on your screens, everybody. Tanishaa, I'd also request you to scan it on your phone. There'll be a link you get. You can donate to the PM Cares Fund, जितना भी हो सके. But आप क्या message देना चाहेंगी, Tanishaa, for all those people on the front line, to families who have their, fathers and husbands going and fighting as policemen? What would you want to say to everyone?
I just want to say, like from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you. Like thank you for putting yourself on the line for us. Thank you for being out there, and really just you're always going to be in our prayers, because you guys are the true heroes. You're out there and you're taking risks that we just can't even comprehend how difficult it is for you all and your families. And just know all we can do is we are praying for you. Stay strong, and just thank you for taking care of us.
क्या बात है, Tanishaa, I really think you should come out right and come out with a book. I mean, you're so good. Like, bang on. What are you going to name the book? Like, quickly, if you had to just like think of a name, what are you going to write? What are you going to name it?
I'm not writing a book.
Hey, right now, yaar, you're so good. I'm just saying, कितना मजा आएगा. If you had to, hypothetical situation.
I'm writing, but I'm not writing a book.
Fine.
Right
Okay,
now,
even if it's a web series.
You know, right now I'm just rubbish writing. It's called rubbish writing. You just write the first thought that comes in your mind, and you just keep writing.
But उसी में तो मिलता है ना, सोना, लोटस, सब उसी में तो निकल हीरा. Sorry, I mean whatever. तो मतलब निकल जाएगा उसमें से कुछ. But we want to see a lot more of you, Tanishaa. Is there something that you're looking forward to doing after the lockdown?
Ooh, something that I'm looking forward to doing: traveling, getting out of the house, traveling, going to a party. Party.
All right, 3 cheers to that. Hopefully हो पाए ऐसे बहुत ही जल्द. I hope you had fun, Tanishaa. It was great talking to you on 100 Hours, 100 Stars.
Thank you so much. It was great fun being here.
Thank you, and lots of love to you. Hope to see you on the screen more often. We miss Nikki.
There's always Nikki. Nikki's within me forever.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, and take care. Lots of love.
Thank you. Bye.